It's a perfect day for pickleball at the Fort at the Humana APP Fort Lauderdale Open. Mixed doubles gold medal on the line between the top two seeds. Jill Braverman and Will Howells taking on Megan Fudge and Jack Munro for the right to be crowned the champion. Neither team particularly tested as they made their way through the bracket. The top seed of Braverman and Howells, they had a single game that went to 12-10. That was against Christine Maddox and Max Munro, but neither team dropped a game en route to making it to Championship Sunday.
Yeah, with the two seed Munro and Fudge, they're established. They've won some gold medals together. They know the partnership. They know each other's roles. Munro is going to come over and be a little bit more aggressive in mixed doubles than typically we would see him in men's doubles. But Megan Fudge is so solid on defense as well that she can set up Munro even when they're pressured. So it'll be interesting to see the strategy that they're going to come out with against Howells and Braverman.
And on the flip side, Jill Braverman, Will Howells, they also a clean run through the bracket, really only being tested in one game where they won 12-10 to Maddox and Manthau in the quarterfinals. I really do like this combo as a team. Jill Braverman, she's a wall. She gets everything back, and she will let Will Howells do his thing, be aggressive, and he will be able to take over. The difference for me, really, is Jill Braverman in front of Megan Fudge and what she can do attacking her straight on.
Fudge Munro picked up a pair of gold medals at the end of 2024. They were the champions in Newport Beach in July and in Dallas in October. They will try to pick up their first of 2025. A beautiful day for pickleball. The sun is out, 82 degrees, 64% humidity, and a gold medal match coming up next here at the Humana APP Fort Lauderdale Open.
The BioFreeze USA Pickleball National Championships, November 10th through the 17th in Mesa, Arizona. Designed for pickleball's best, amateurs and pros alike. 14 tournaments, 14 opportunities. Find your golden ticket tournament. Earn your title.
Megan Fudge, 36 years old, living in Bel Air, Florida, just about 4 hours northwest of where we are in Fort Lauderdale, originally from Dusseldorf, Germany. She's looking to capture a gold medal alongside her partner, Jack Munro. Her frequent doubles partner, Jill Braverman, on the other side of the net, 34 years old, from Newport Beach, California. Of course, Braverman and Fudge know each other so well from playing as a partnership for the majority of 2024 and the beginning of 2025 as we are underway here in our mixed doubles gold medal match. Howell and Braverman at the bottom of your screen in the black, Munro and Fudge at the top in the navy and red. Jack Munro, the youngest player on the court in this mixed doubles final, 20 years old, from Buda, Texas. First point for Munro and Fudge.
1-0-1.
Will Howells, originally from Virginia, now lives in Boca Raton, 24 years old.
That's nice, calm two-handed backhand right there for Will Howells, split in the middle.
1-0-2.
Ball just jumped off the paddle of Fudge right there. Hit it deep on the serve through the wind.
0-1-1.
Braverman and Howells get back on serve.
Ooh.
Good put away there for Munro.
Flirting with the sideline though, but he'll take it off the line.
0-1-2.
Line still counts, doesn't matter.
Oh, he made it look like he was going at Braverman. Nah, it was well inside the sideline.
And Fudge going at Braverman, found the net instead, 1-1.
1-1-2.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, easy put away there for Howells.
Well, Fudge getting caught uncoiling from the stack right there. Wasn't quite there in time for the good drop.
3-1-2.
Dangerous, popping a ball up that high to Will Howells.
Oh, Howells was right there, just mishit it.
Yeah, again, great setup there from Braverman as she starts to go down the line with Megan Fudge, and then she speeds up cross court inside hip to Jack Munro. Gets the pop up, but Howells unable to finish.
Braverman clipping the tape, so a couple of speed ups, so just not quite had enough margin.
Well, the body just jumped. It kind of Braverman lunged at that one, so the paddle came through flat. She was trying to use the reach, but that's fast hands there for Munro.
I was thinking, is there anyone that has faster hands than Howells? And it might be Munro.
Yeah, exactly right there, because Howells found that spot earlier. And now, again, trying to go to that same spot, and Munro's like, nah, I got that covered.
Well, it does also help when you can switch hands in the middle of the point. Oh, Howells got the backhand he wanted, but again, put it into the net. So a couple of early miscues from Braverman and Howells.
Well, Howells and Braverman are just trying to rush these speed ups right now. Typically, you'll see Howells get that paddle head under that flick a little bit more.
So dirty from Braverman, just caught.
Well,
back
off her shoe tops.
And typically when you hit that inside out misdirect, you go more down the line. You find that left shoulder, but Braverman, knowing Fudge is going to sit on that backhand counter, takes it just outside the right shoulder. Rare miss from Jack Munro there on the serve.
Breezy conditions in Fort Lauderdale today. Wind gusting up to 27 miles an hour here on Championship Court, blowing left to right across your screen. You can see the palm trees in the distance out there near Stadium Court, which will be completed when we come back on the APP Tour in April.
Looking forward to that one.
It'll be the debut of Stadium Court. This is the inaugural tournament at the Fort, the brand new home of the APP.
Nice double
Matchup
up.
won by Munro.
Yeah, and a double up there from Munro. Sets the first ball down the line. It is a little bit more elevated, but you see how Howells jumps back to the middle, anticipating the forehand.
Right through the middle to earn the side out.
Yeah, it looked like Braverman had that ball up, and then instead of pulling the trigger, she just tries to push that there. Almost changed her mind mid-swing. And she immediately looks at Will Howells, goes, my bad, my bad. Oh.
Fudge, rather, a missed hit. That ball moved on her at the last second.
Yeah, you can hear the miss hit off her paddle.
A little extra conversation here between Munro and Fudge.
4-2-2.
4-2-2 early on here in game number 1 of our mixed doubles gold medal match.
Oh, that ball went wide.
Yeah.
That ball started in the middle of the half there on Fudge's side and blew wide. Watch how much this ball moves right here. Meow.
You can hear the wind in the microphones around the court. It's gusting heavily.
Oh, what a
Beautiful
setup.
Ernie from Munro. It's a 4-point lead.
Yeah, it's just a perfect read right here, right? He senses pressure on Howells, right? Immediately, as soon as he senses this pressure, he's going.
Side out.
Fudge going for the body. Didn't quite clip the shirt of Howells.
She's thinking it did.
It's interesting
Thinking and doing are two different things.
Completely.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the play style differences of Jack Munro between men's doubles and mixed doubles. He's a little bit freer in mixed doubles.
Why is that?
He's the one that can be aggressive. Typically, in men's doubles, he's more of the setup guy, being that right side guy. But in mixed doubles, he's free. He can try and create a few more opportunities. Oh, nice pickup.
Good.
I mean, in the middle of that, Megan Fudge had no business resetting one of those balls. It was almost between her legs and past her. Resets it perfectly, get back in that point, but too much good pressure there from Will Howells late in that point to push Jack Munro off the line.
3-6-2.
Just wide.
I was going to anticipate your question as to why can't you have two aggressive players in men's doubles, but you didn't ask it. So I'll just answer my own question.
It's not really an applicable question here. This is the mixed doubles final.
But it is because Munro's playing differently. Will Howells is playing how we typically see him.
Tried to create too much.
And stuck under the net. But yes, again, the wind causing that, making it a little more difficult, especially on a lob that's going to stay in. That ball is moving a lot when it gets up in the air.
3-point run for Howells and Braverman to get back within one. So I'll ask you a different question. Should Howells be playing differently in this mixed doubles game with Braverman?
I would like to see Howells be more aggressive right now.
How so?
Oh, it's Fudge and Munro there. Fudge and Munro were kind of dictating tempo. Munro was taking more opportunities than Howells was. Braverman is excellent at countering. She's excellent at counterattacking, and she is very good at creating an opportunity to speed up as well. So
Howells stepping in to create again.
So now he's starting to be more aggressive. He's playing looser. He needs to be able to generate some opportunities there and know that if he's covering, Braverman's going to step up and be there for him.
Top seeds have taken the lead. We'll take a step away here on championship court.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
When my hearing changed, Hearing Life understood. I don't just want to keep hearing my friends. I want to keep being me.
Book a complimentary hearing assessment with one of our hearing professionals and see how our personalized care can help you keep being you. Love your ears at Hearing Life.
When I have pain from arthritis, I grab BioFreeze. Unlike Voltaren, BioFreeze provides fast-acting relief. I can apply it to more areas of my body, and it's NSAID-free. Cool the pain, so I can get back on the court.
Hey, I'm Chef Chad Rosenthal, and I'm here today with Vlasic Pickles to put the pickle in pickleball. In pickleball, a dill ball is a shot that is inbounds and is bounced only once. It's a live ball. This Vlasic Pickle Dip is a live ball of pickle flavor. Crunchy pickle perfection.
Time in. 7-6-2.
Will Howells, the most decorated men's player on tour in 2024. 12 total medals, 4 golds. He misses the pickup there. 6 silvers, a pair of bronze. Trying to start off the 2025 season with a gold here in mixed doubles.
Oh, the ball moving through the wind.
Backhand put away for Howells. The wind coming into play so often already in this match as it continues to swirl. It's been tough conditions for all 4 players.
Well, it's only going to get stronger as the day continues.
Well, right now, all of a sudden, if you get Jill Braverman going, talking, and communicating with her partner like she is right now, this is not the spot you want to be in if you're Fudge and Munro.
Well, just a little too big there on the second forehand for Howells.
Second serve as the top seed still holding on to a 7-6-2 lead.
It dropped.
And Munro gave him the thumbs up.
I know he gave him the thumbs up. I was still like, ooh.
He didn't want to. He tried to call it out, and then it dropped.
That's the big grudging. Call it in.
Yep.
Oh, great angle. Yeah. Great ball from Braverman.
That's all about Will Howells and Jill Braverman pinning Megan Fudge in a corner right there and not allowing her to do anything. And then Munro has to pinch hard to try and get involved, and that's just backside open.
Hello, Will Howells. Game point for the top seed.
Yeah, great job right there. Will Howells, Jill Braverman. Again, they've got a game plan here halfway through. They figured it out what they needed to do, and they're really pinning Megan Fudge in that corner and not allowing Jack Munro to take over.
And the big part of it, too, is that Braverman has so much trust that Howells is going to be there. She can hang out in that corner, and she doesn't have to worry about coming back to the middle. If she gets a ball that she can take out of the air, she's going to zing it like she did in the previous points against Munro. Or if it's attackable, she's going to attack, and then Howells is going to step over and finish it off.
4-point cushion for the top seeds, 10-6-2 serving for the game. In both of their elongated run, fellas have come on second serve, so a good job taking advantage of the opportunities. Fudge and Munro not able to get the key stops.
Well, right now, what I want to see from Megan Fudge, if they're going to give her pretty much 8 out of 10 balls her way, she's got to create some more angles on Will Howells. She's got to end up going behind him and moving him. When he's just sitting there in the middle and she's giving Braverman a dead dink, it's trouble. Either that or she's got to take the initiative and she's got to start to maybe speed something up at Braverman and hope that Braverman doesn't counter it.
Game point for the top seed of Jill Braverman and Will Howells, serving for the first, 10-6-2 here in game 1 of our mixed doubles gold medal match.
Time in, 10-6-2.
Fudge sends it long, and the first game belongs to the top seeds. They take it 11-6. They are halfway to capturing the gold medal here at the Fort.
Game 1 for Will Howells and Jill Braverman.
Everyone knows standing still doesn't get you where you want to go. It's all about movement and progression, power, strength, innovation, expertise. On the court, off the court, and on the way to the court, you have to expect more out of yourself. And you should expect more of the company who makes your tires. Getting you more miles, traction, and safety is why we get up in the morning. Let's drive forward. Expect more. Fortune Tires.
Less is more. Less is less beer.
Fat tire.
This week's AARP Pickleball Story features APP Executive Vice President of Competition, Melissa McCurley, one of the forefront leaders in the pickleball industry, significantly shaping the sport's growth and resources over the last decade. Here's a peek.
When you just do so many things, day in and day out, and you just kind of give everything of yourself as much as you can, you put your heart into everything that you do. You kind of reach a point where, I guess, which I have in my life, that you've lived long enough that they become achievements. And you start to reflect on how you got here in this place. And none of us get where we are without a tremendous support system. And we never get here alone. And one of those people is my mom.
And all I can say on that is I hope that I've had just as much of an impact on them as they have had on me.
One of the most influential people in the game of pickleball. Be on the lookout for Melissa's full AARP Pickleball Story on our APP TV YouTube page next week. Game 1 went to the top seed, Will Howells and Jill Braverman, who closed it out on a 9-2 run.
Yeah, they looked really impressive again. Figured out a game plan about halfway through. ISO'd Megan Fudge. If I am Megan Fudge and Jack Munro right now, I want Megan Fudge either moving that ball hard cross court to Will Howells, or she's got to look to be aggressive, step in, and start to speed stuff up right at the face of Jill Braverman. I talked about it, Chad, early on before we started this match. The matchup for me that was interesting was the ladies straight up against each other. And right now it's advantage Braverman.
Howells getting a little extended. That ball may have been on its way out.
Oh, the wind blowing that way. There is a good chance.
Ooh. That's a great counter. If she doesn't clip the tape right there, it's a beautiful counter.
But I also don't like that dead ball in the middle right there. Will Howells is going to speed that up, 95% of the time and really put the pressure on Fudge.
Good hands from Howells stepping across.
And Howells and Braverman do come out on top of that, but I like the aggressiveness of Megan Fudge right there. She did not sit back and get pushed around. She started it.
Munro not able to clear the tape. Another point for Braverman and Howells.
2-1-1.
Yeah, Fudge just popped that up just a little bit too much. Braverman again, she's not even attacking back at Fudge. She's attacking the inside hip of Jack Munro.
But she's also getting on top of it. And when Munro goes to counter, it's coming out net high. Oh, yeah, took it.
Right through the middle.
Howells tried to sneak one in by stepping up and attacking, but Fudge and Munro ready for it. And then the finish by Munro. Again, it's the medium pace. He's able to just dip that below the paddle of Will Howells. Munro covering some court right there. Little butt action.
Earns the side out.
1-3-1.
Yes, the butt is the reverse Ernie.
Fudge can't make the cut.
But again, the Fudge not doing enough with those balls, just bumping them back in front of Braverman. She needs to take some chances, be a little bit more aggressive with the dinks, whether it's a roll, whether it's a sharper cut, kind of pull Howells away from the middle and force Braverman to now have to start moving.
See, now you're just answering my questions before I even ask them.
I'm trying to anticipate your questions.
They're good questions.
Howells
a little too big.
Well, that's a nice speed up right there from Jack Munro. Going right at the body of Will Howells.
2-3-2.
Great movement there from Will Howells. Again, anticipating that lob, getting back, getting set, and then not doing too much with that. Gets it right at the feet of Jack Munro. But Munro and Fudge do answer, get one back.
Do you like the use of the lobs in these conditions because they can be so hard to track?
Yeah, 100% yes.
As long as you can keep them in, they're going to be funky. The ball's going to move. You're going to cause some mishits. We've seen it.
Time and time again.
Sun overhead and wind that moves the ball around is a fantastic time to use a lot.
And some of the most difficult conditions in a very long time on the APP Tour today. Just long off the backhand wing.
Wrong side of the court there. You know, that's a speed up where if you go line right now, it's going to blow. It's going to go blow wide. That one, Howells just hitting it a little too hard as well.
Oh, confusion in the middle. Howells leaving that for Braverman because it's going to bounce up for her, make it a little easier.
2-3-1.
A wide open court, and Fudge puts it away to tie it.
Nice time out here from Howells. Stepping over, trying to put that pressure on, but the downside is when he steps over that far, it's very difficult for him to try and recover, and he leaves too much court open. Excellent counter there from Fudge.
Timeout on the court taken by Howells and Braverman as it's knotted up at 3 in the early part of game number 2 after Braverman and Howells took the first 11-6. And Chad, you were vocal in between games about Fudge needing to do a little bit more. Has she done enough early on here in game 2?
Starting to, you know, still has times where just bumping balls to Braverman. I think, you know, again, need to take some risks, try to be a little bit more aggressive with those dinks or even balls that are taking out of the air. Especially even, you know, you don't want to try and involve Will Howells on the backhand side too much because he has that good flick, but you also need to keep him honest and take him away from the middle of the court because now it forces Braverman to have to move her feet a little bit more, try to cover a little bit more court, and now she's not as balanced, she's not as set up.
So good timeout. I like the early timeout here from Howells and Braverman, not letting Fudge and Munro get out to a lead or get out on a big run. They sense 2 in a row right there. Hey, let's slow this momentum. That's the only reason for that timeout. It's a momentum change, trying to get this serve back.
Great combination.
I don't like the bump again straight back to Braverman because she takes that ball out of the air. And even though Munro is able to scramble, get the around the post, it's putting way too much pressure and pulling both of them out of position.
Oh, the backhand flick from Howells is a thing of beauty.
Off the edge guard, too, but again, he'll take it. Even if that doesn't go off the edge guard, it's even a cleaner winner, but he'll take that right there. He was set up in a perfect position, and Chad, you talked about it. That's like the no-go zone for Will Howells, is that backhand.
Well, but, you know, to Fudge's credit, she tries to be a little bit more aggressive on that one. I think she's still got to find the timing of it, but at least it's making Howells and Braverman work a little bit more.
Braverman was sitting dead red. And a little extra after the fact.
Oh, and they're both. Fudge stepped back up to the kitchen line, stared down a little bit. Wow. That was interesting right there. I like it. But Braverman sat dead red on that Scorpion and was completely ready for that speed up.
Oh. A little frustration.
Completely unintentional from Will Howells. I mean, he's just countering that. Fudge can't get out of the way. Will Howells was no way, shape, or form trying to hit Megan Fudge in the head here. But again...
Well, it is full extension as well.
So again, great job countering there from Howells. Again, he stepped in the middle on a nice ball from Munro, and now it's all momentum back on the side of Howells and Braverman after you had Munro and Fudge inch back in, forced a timeout from Howells and Braverman, and now since that timeout, 2-0 run.
Top seed of Braverman and Howells took game number 1, 11-6. Back in the lead here in game number 2, 5-3, after a winner from Braverman and a body bag unintentionally by Howells. Still on first server when they come out of this timeout. What have you liked about the way that Howells and Braverman have hung in here in game number 2 despite the extra aggression of Fudge and Munro?
Well, they picked up the intensity coming out of that timeout at 3-3. It was a conscious effort. They were more vocal coming out. Hey, that's the level that they need to play at. I'm not a big fan of the chirping. But Braverman and Howells get themselves fired up with the talk.
There's just some players that are like that. Need the little extra.
Yana Newell is my perfect example. She is the one person I know that plays better when she's mad.
Oh, yeah.
Fudge a little soft on the pickup. Another point as Braverman and Howells have doubled up the 2 seeds here in game number 2.
Well, I think the conditions are kind of frustrating Fudge as well. Without that, you're never really getting a consistent ball with these windy conditions.
Even that ball that was up right there to Jack Munro, he doesn't do much with it because of the fact there's a bottle right next to the court. None of the players see it, but not on court. That's a great pressure dink there from Megan Fudge, cross court.
And Munro finishes with a monster overhead to earn the side out. The Braverman's noticed it.
Side out.
You mentioned the inconsistent conditions. As a player, when the conditions are so inconsistent, how do you find your consistency as a player?
Again, you got to block it out. You really have to try and block it out and play your game no matter what. You're hitting into the wind. Okay, let's drive a couple more. Let's just make sure we're getting that ball over the net.
Created a tongue teaser for myself.
You did.
I did. Munro pulls it wide.
Well, Munro's on the counters right there, but that last ball just gets a little tight into the right hip. So as he tries to extend, he has to pull across the body. Oh, he played it though. It's good.
Ball bounced back and touched the net. The ball bounced back and touched the net.
Yeah, Jack played it. The ball bounced and hit in the kitchen, went and leaned up against the net, and so now that's a dead ball. Jack plays it off the net, unfortunately, right? That ball rolled up the net.
Ball bounced back and touched the net. The ball bounced back and touched the net and comes back to the net.
Once that ball hits and crosses the net, hits the net right there, it's dead. Good effort, though, from Munro. That's tough to get that ball back up and over.
Good hands.
Honestly, I think that's still a live ball, though. It's not unless it hits the bottom crossbar that it becomes a dead ball.
We're going to check here.
I believe that this ball, this is good right here because it touched the net. It didn't come down and touch. Now, if it hits the bottom crossbar,
that's dead.
That's a dead ball. So if the ball runs down the net, hits the bottom crossbar, that's dead. But what Munro did right there is still a good play. I do not believe that's a dead ball.
See here,
the player positioning
into the net, and then Munro plays it. So that's the question.
Well, the player positioning on the court currently,
well,
Braverman is holding on to the ball, which would indicate a side out.
There's one other question in that, and I don't know.
Did Jack Munro touch the net with
No,
the paddle?
did his foot go underneath the bar getting that close? There's that as well. If his foot had have crossed the plane of the net, then so right here where he steps in, I think. Oh, they're talking about the left. No, he's away from the sidebar. It looks good to me. So if that left foot had have stepped, if he had have stepped on that support of the net post, it would also be a dead ball as well.
Lead referee Dave Murphy and Larry Scott over on the sidelines talking through the current scenario.
This scenario right here is not reviewable because the only plays that are reviewable are rally-ending line calls.
And now they've brought all 4 players into the center to explain and talk through the result of this play.
Yeah, so the play was good.
Yeah.
And you can see Braverman ask who serves.
So he did pull that ball off the net, and it is good. It's not a dead ball.
No. So they'll replay the point.
That play stopped in the middle of that point, so it will be a replay. 3-6-2. This the inaugural tournament here at the Fort, the brand new facility in the home of the APP. The crowd packed in here on Championship Court for this mixed doubles gold medal match, the state-of-the-art facility.
3-6-2.
A fantastic new era in the sport of pickleball.
Point.
So I did get confirmation. It was a replay of the point, and the reason was because it is a live ball off the net,
That's what I
so it was playable. And it was a referee error, so that was why the replay.
And Fudge just off the edge guard, side out, but not before they get another point. So it'll be 6-4-1.
6-4-1.
Put away from Howells and a little excuse me on the end.
Well, that's an excellent job there from Howells, and the excuse me was that he got totally handcuffed. He loses his arm completely, but somehow gets it down to the feet of Munro and creates the pop-up. Yeah, it became T-Rex right there.
It's a pretty powerful T-Rex.
That's the ball right there from Fudge. Yeah. Again, aggressive cross court, forcing Howells to do something with that. I like that play.
How does Fudge find that pattern more often?
Well, she's getting dead dinks from Braverman. Braverman's just pushing that ball back. She has that opportunity whenever she wants. But the problem is she's going back to Braverman a little too much. Go hard cross court with Howells, then create something.
Just lands in. But part of it, too, is also finding the confidence with it, because Fudge is having, if she's aggressive, she's going with the wind cross-court. Howells can be aggressive back because he's going into the wind. So, part of it is having that confidence to take the risk and take the chance of being aggressive there.
Braverman going for the lob, but missed long, so a point for Munro and Fudge. They're within 2.
Trying to hit through the teeth of the wind and hope the wind keeps it in. That ball goes about 2 feet out.
Oh, Munro not able to pick that one up.
Well, he's being tested right here off the net and everything. Trying to get those, but unfortunately can't get that one up and over.
That's almost... Yeah, it even missed that crossbar. Just unlucky there from Munro.
And then a little wide for the quick side out. As if the wind and the sun's not enough. Now you have to start to play balls off of the net.
7-5-1.
Good ball from Munro, pushes the top seeds onto second serve. Game number 1 was a quick affair. This one has been much more nip and tuck.
I'm used to the net.
Fudge not happy with the net cord right there, obviously. Showing it, giving the net a little tap.
Little playful frustration after the end of that point. It's a 3-point lead. 8-5-2 here in game 2 of our mixed doubles gold medal match. Braverman and Howells took the first.
Yeah, good spot there from Munro, and good hold. Held it till he saw Braverman and Howells commit to a position, then goes right into the middle.
Great hands from both Howells and Munro, but Munro gets the winner.
Well, good point construction right there from Fudge and Munro. Move the ball around a lot, and then Megan Fudge again. She went 2 or 3 times hard cross court to Howells, and they got that opportunity there. Beautiful point construction.
Keeps Fudge and Munro within striking distance. Oh, Munro, crashing hard.
Good setup there from Munro.
6-8-2.
Just needs to shorten the backswing on that second attack. That's wide.
Wind going that way, so anything cross court for Megan Fudge is going to push that ball.
Timeout on court with Braverman and Howells leading 8-6 in game number 2. The conclusion coming up next.
Everyone knows standing still doesn't get you where you want to go. It's all about movement and progression, power, strength, innovation, expertise. On the court, off the court, and on the way to the court, you have to expect more out of yourself. And you should expect more of the company who makes your tires. Getting you more miles, traction, and safety is why we get up in the morning. Let's drive forward. Expect more. Fortune Tires.
Less is more, unless it's less beer.
Fat tire.
Jack Munro and his partner Megan Fudge trying to stay within striking distance here in game number 2.
I'll recall it still. No, he stopped before we called. We're going to replay. He stopped before the return of serve. We're going to replay the point. I will recall the score.
Megan Fudge and Jack Munro trying to stay within striking distance here in game number 2, trailing 8-6 as Fudge finds the back corner to push Howells and Braverman onto second serve.
8-6-2.
Yeah, again, when you have Fudge backing off the line that much and creating that much space, Braverman reads that. Her hands are too good. She's ready for that counter, so it's just not a good time or spot to speed up right here. As she backs up, Braverman's all over that. Oh. What a drop.
He's got it. No, she was there. Hal's throwing out the screen there as he was coming back as well.
Pick and pop, but it's a side out.
Howells was full send
yeah,
on that drop.
A little unlucky catching the net cord there, but
all gas and no brakes.
Again. Fudge has the reset. She's there in good position.
Nice Ernie there from Howells to start that off, but yeah, that last ball just died on the paddle of Fudge.
Howells and Braverman have come out swinging these last few points.
Ooh.
As Braverman misses the return, Munro and Fudge hanging around.
7-9-2.
That one back.
That's 2 now in the last 4 points that Howell could have put away.
Just gets a little loose right there.
8-9-2.
Not gonna
miss. Able to put it away to earn the side out.
As he's hitting it, he said, "Not this time."
That's when you know you've hit a good ball.
It's a good setup there from Howells as well. Heavy on that backhand flick with the top spin. So even though Fudge is trying to block that and reset it, because of the added top spin, she blocks it and it kicks up off the paddle, pops that ball up.
Late stages of game number 2, Howells and Braverman within 2 points of capturing the gold.
That's
just out.
Wow, was that close?
Surprised the wind didn't blow that down.
Second serve coming.
9-8-2.
She jammed herself up. Wow.
Howells and Braverman leaving the door open here in the second game. Munro and Fudge back on serve, trailing 8-9-1. Just clips the back line. We are tied at 9.
That's great positioning right there from Jack Munro, coming in and just full send again now. Giving it to Will Howells as he just steps in the middle with the big forehand and takes over.
You have one remaining. You have no timeouts remaining. You're taking the timeout. Timeout server.
Oh, that's interesting.
9-9-1, 1 minute.
A timeout on court as Fudge and Munro have battled back to tie it at 9-all in game number 2, trying to force a winner-take-all game number 3. What has allowed Fudge and Munro to get back into this game?
Jack Munro's playing really big. He's really pushing that side where he's not letting Megan Fudge get pushed around. He's taking some of those balls. He's either speeding them up, he's pushing Braverman back, or he's pulling that back and keeping Will Howells involved instead of getting dead dinks from Fudge. And also when Fudge is getting involved, she's pulling that ball hard cross court now instead of going back to Braverman like she did pretty much all of game number 1. So good adjustments here from Munro and Fudge. Now I want to see what Will Howells and Joe Braverman can do after they tried to call a timeout. They don't have any. And then Megan Fudge walks over and goes, okay, that's fine, we'll take one.
When
That was very odd.
But yeah.
And they had the momentum.
Fudge and Munro had the momentum too.
Fudge and Munro picking up golds in 2 of the last 5 events in the 2024 calendar year.
991.
Trying to start off 2025 with a gold as well. Just wide off the forehand wing. Now Howells being a little bit more vocal.
Yeah, Fudge just catching that one a little deep. Braverman getting a little lucky there. That ball caught a lot of net cord before flicking over.
Munro stepping across, but doesn't get the shape on it he wants.
He gave the footwork he needed to do. He slid over and only took 1 step with the left foot. He needs to take both feet over and really move his whole body.
Howells and Braverman back on serve. Their lead erased.
Oh,
good hands.
Wow.
Backhand flick winner. And it brings up championship point.
The reset here from Howells. That one right there.
That created the pop-up as well because it got to the feet of Fudge. It's kind of that, created a screwball off that inside-out backhand.
Munro able to stem the tide for the moment, but still a championship point on the paddle of Jill Braverman.
Yeah, good spot there from Munro.
10-9-2.
Oh, net cord.
5-hole winner off of the net cord, and Will Howells and Jill Braverman captured the gold medal in straights. We will hear from our champions when we come back here at the Humana APP Fort Lauderdale Open.
Jack Munro and Megan Fudge as well. What a match. What talent, what skill.
Since I've been using Leo Rubber, I've had way less problem on my AT band and hip. If I had to describe it in a few words, I would say it's a must, it's effective, and it's stylish.
16. Involved and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
You're 0 for 15 against your daughter because of your toenail bruises and blisters. But she doesn't care because she's got the win. So what do? You get RTP socks with small grip pads inside and out. Your feet will be planted and pain-free. So the next time you can show her that her old man still got it. Nice shot.
And that would be a W for me.
Shouldn't have told you about those socks.
Yeah, that's what you get for holding out on me.
Double or nothing.
All right.
Road to Pro, official sock of the APP Tour.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
And here is our Zimmer Biomet recovery moment of the match, and it is championship point. Again, a little love off the tape, Chad, for the winner.
Howells and Braverman got some love from that net cord the whole way, but they played exceptionally well, coming away with the gold here. We'll throw it down to Dorian Kraft, who's courtside.
Thanks, fellas. Jill, Will, congratulations capturing the gold medal in mixed doubles. Jill, I'll start with you. Playing against Megan and Jack, those are two players that obviously you guys know very well. How do you game plan going up against opponents who know your game almost as well as you know yourselves?
It's really funny you asked that question because Will and I never communicated for 1 minute on a game plan. And when we stepped on the court and I was about to receive the first ball, I was like, so what's the plan? But we know the players so well, and they're such incredible players. When it's windy like this, like today, it's absolutely anybody's game. So very lucky.
I think you could have fooled the rest of us. You guys looked like you had a plan. Will, I want to take you back to the second to last point. It was 9-9-1 in the second game. You had a ridiculous reset that allowed for the pop-up. You put away the point. Can you walk us through what you were seeing in that?
I kind of just closed my eyes and hope for the best. But honestly, I think Jill had an incredible reset the ball right before I had that, so she bailed me out on one.
So no plan, closing your eyes, you guys, to perfection. But what is it about this partnership that makes it work so well?
Oh my gosh, first off, Will is basically a miracle worker. This is my first ever gold in mixed doubles. Have had some silvers and bronzes, thank you. So if Will can perform that miracle with me on the right, he deserves probably my medal. Here, I'll give it to you. You can take 2 home.
Well, if you guys play like this, we expect more gold medals in mixed doubles to come. Jill, Will, congratulations. Ken Herman has your medals, and Brad Tuckman, the CEO of the Fort, was here to present the trophy.
And Braverman and Will Howells are golden here in Fort Lauderdale at the Humana APP Fort Lauderdale Open. Chad, they just had a good, they say they didn't have a great game plan, but what they ended up figuring out worked.
I mean, first gold medal as a partnership, first gold medal here at the Fort, and we're going to see plenty more of Howells and Braverman definitely working things out. We'll take a break, and we'll be back here with more action from the Humana APP Fort Lauderdale Open.